All right, so we're about to start our next adventure. As you can see, we are here at the airport. We are starting off in Seattle.
Yeah, and we're going all the way to London, England today with a stopover in Iceland.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes. We've got an hour and a half layover in Iceland, so hopefully we get off the ground here on time.
Yes, yeah. We hear that it's pretty easy to get through the everything there, the security, because it is a very small airport, but we haven't been yet, so we're going to find out. But through this video, where we're just going to be sharing with you, is a lot of just kind of tips that we've found, some things we had to do before we went on this next adventure. It's been a few months since we were actually a year or so since we've been in Europe, so there were some new things that we had to deal with.
New things that we had to deal with that old Smarty Pants over here took care of for me, so I didn't have to worry about it. So that's going to be her category, but we're excited for this one.
We are. So right now what we're waiting for is to check in. We arrived a little bit early,
There's your first tip.
Yeah.
There's your first tip. Don't arrive 3 hours before the flight because you won't be able to check in.
Yeah.
We're 4 hours early.
We're 4 hours early. There's reason behind that, though. We did have to take a shuttle bus from our hometown to Seattle to be able to get to the airport, so we needed that extra time. All right, so we made it through security. One really kind of cool thing that if you haven't traveled for a little bit that they have changed is that you do not have to take your shoes off. So sometimes that kind of speeds the line up, but not always.
Our line seems slow. Now, if you're going out of Seattle, we do have a new checkpoint,
Yeah.
which is kind of nice. Checkpoint 1, it's downstairs. We were told to go there. We did. There was no line, but it seemed to take a while.
Yeah.
And they had to pat me down. I don't know why. But we got through. We got to our gate super fast. It's right outside security, so that was easy.
Well,
We got our Starbucks now. I didn't get a sleeve.
yeah, and he has sensitive
I got
hands.
sensitive hands.
Yeah, so got to do that. Got to get your Starbucks. We've got a long leg ahead of us.
I will say, if you do have access to a lounge, I would do it. This cost me $8, almost $9. The sandwich is going to cost me another $12.
Yeah.
I may not do the sandwich, but that's $25. A lounge will cost you more than that, but it's a lounge.
Yeah. So one of the little tips that we'll give you, so when we were first starting getting this process going, I figured I was going to have more than enough time to get my passport, or not get my passport, but my passport was going to be good for the whole time that we were going to be gone. But because our last cruise that we're getting on is a month and a half after we're leaving, it put me in out of that 6-month window. So I had to renew. The renew online process, and this once again is for U.S. passport holders. It was really quick. It was 3 weeks from the time that I applied to the time that it was in my mailbox. No guarantee that's the time frame that you're going to have. They say 4 to 6 weeks, but I felt like it was pretty painless.
Yeah, the new passports are nice too. I had another 6 years on mine.
You know, once the new passport, they're actually much nicer. And then also just another little tip is that you can request, if you're travelers like us, go ahead and request that book that is the bigger book. It doesn't mean it's bigger, like wider or something. It means it has more pages, and there's no additional cost for that.
Yeah, I want to get a new passport now.
Well, his will fill up here soon.
$130.
Okay, so we're getting ready to board here. Hopefully you can hear us. It's loud in here today. It is a holiday weekend, so very busy in the airport.
That's a smart choice of us. Yeah, it's packed.
So,
oh well.
Yeah. But we did grab some sandwiches to take on. We are on the airline that we are going on. It is considered more of a budget airline, so there is not a whole lot of food options on there. So we grabbed a few sandwiches.
Yes. Now we could have paid $25 more for the plane ticket and gotten food, or we can buy food here at the airport. It's 6 of one, half a dozen the other.
Right. I got a really nice wrap sandwich that they made for you in front of you for $15. So it was better deal that way.
Better deal that way. It's 7.5 hours is the first leg, with an hour and a half layover in Iceland, and then on to London.
Right.
That's about 4 hours in London. So we got a big day ahead of us.
Now, one of the tips that we would give you if you fly often is I like the aisle seat. And we used to kind of always do where I would get shoved in the center, Brian would get the aisle, or he'd get the window. And now we do aisle to aisle. And so you sometimes will pay a little bit more, not a whole lot. But it's really nice to be able to get up and to be able to walk around. And then, you had blood clot about 6 months ago.
So I got to get up and walk around. It does make holding hands on the plane difficult, but
get hit by the food cart going by. Yeah. So, all right. Well, we are getting ready to board now. So,
next leg. We'll talk soon. Okay, pretty easy 7 hours.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Actually, the movie selection was pretty good.
I got 3 movies in.
So did I.
So that works. I did not sleep, which was kind of a bummer.
Neither did I.
But I did get 3 movies in, so that was a good thing.
Yeah.
We've got about an hour layover here.
We do. We found our gate. So far, it seems, I mean, we didn't have to. So we're in Iceland, and we did not have to go through any customs or anything. So to get to our next gate to then go for the next leg to London. The bummer thing is that we did check our bags because it was included, and our bags are looking like they may not have made it on the plane because we did have tracking devices in them. So
you hear worry in Carrie's voice. She's not as upbeat and as cheerful as she normally is.
A little annoyed.
And she's a little bit uptight right now, which is
not
out of the
uptight.
ordinary.
I'm tired. It's middle of the it's morning here. Anyway, yeah, so we'll see when we get there. And I guess that takes us to tip number whatever we're on at this point is that we did allow ourselves 2 extra days before we will be boarding a cruise ship. And this just seems to go in tune with our last time that we were going to Antarctica. They lost our luggage as well. And oh no, that wasn't that one.
That was Turkey to Rome.
Yes, but that was still to get on a cruise.
Yep.
That was a repositioning cruise, and they lost our luggage, and so it was just that waiting, like, oh my gosh, are we going to get it before we get on the cruise ship?
I'm guessing that the devices aren't working.
I hope that
and the luggage is on the plane.
They have brand new batteries in them, so I'm just.
We're good to go.
We'll see.
We'll see you in Gatwick, London.
So our app updated, and we now look like our bags are here. So I'm feeling a little bit more chipper as I can be. It is in the middle of the night, but that makes me happy. So they just needed to be near a device to update their location.
So I was a voice of reason.
Brian was the voice of reason.
Yes.
We've just dealt with this before, and it's one of the reasons we hate checking our bags.
Had a high level of confidence.
He did. So we're good to go. Okay, so we have made it here to London Gatwick. One of the things that we want to mention as one of the tips, the things that you just need to know about is they do have an ETA form that you need to fill out prior to arrival. You can do that when you are home. They say it takes up to 3 days. For us, it was maybe like 3 minutes before we got the email approval. Now that is going to cost you $12 to do. It is good for, I believe, 2 years. And it was such an easy process. So make sure you have that done. We went through customs. It was very easy because all we had to do was like scan our passports, and it's stored in their system, so you don't have to show any paperwork or anything. So now we are going to go and check and see if our luggage is here, even though it is showing our tags. It's always nice to just see it and get it.
And the one that's so optimistic about everything is guaranteeing our luggage will be there.
Yes. So we made it to our hotel. We had all intention of actually showing you, like, walking over to our hotel, because one of the really cool things about the place that we are staying is that it is right attached to the airport. There's actually multiple hotels here at Gatwick that are connected to the airport.
Yeah, you might pay a little more,
Mm-hmm.
but for the convenience, we just finished an 18-hour day. We're tired.
We are tired.
We probably look tired, or even worse. I don't know. As smooth as it went, as easy as everything seemed to be, it makes for a long day.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God we don't have to do this on the way home, because we're taking a repositioning cruise back to the United States.
I thought about that numerous times while we were on the flight. It's like, we don't have to do this, so we'll have this like quick hopper flight when we get home. So that's a big advantage. But yeah, I think that Brian was just eyeing the bed for nap time because I think it's going to be needed. It's only 11:30 in the morning here, but mentally for us, it's like, 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning or something. So yeah, so we're really excited though, because we do have 2 days while we are here. We gave that extra time, and I forgot to mention the other thing. We have our luggage. So that was a major plus. Our luggage showed up. That was a big deal. We can rest easy now that we're ready to go on that cruise. But we are so excited to share this next stretch with you. Like we said, everything is going to change just a little bit. We're going to be bringing you more content on the ground, a little more easy content.
Starting with London.
That is our next London tomorrow. So we have to rest up for that. So, all right. We will catch you.
We're done.
All right. Cheers.